Welcome back to the Crochet Crossroads, my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today we're going to do the Crossroads Mandala. Now this is starting to get very Mandala-ish, isn't it? We're working our way through the series of doing overlays and all that fun jazz in order to make things work. Today we're getting a little more complicated. This is the last one for a while, and if I film more after this then it will be added to the playlist. So this here is actually pretty easy. It's, well, I would say it's intermediate level, but if you're experienced with crochet you'll probably be able to master it just fine. So 5mm size H crochet hook today in order to play, and then if you're using this as a hot pad just use your Lily sugar and cream yarn in order to play. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's begin. We're going to create a slip knot and we're going to chain 4, which is going to count as a double crochet plus chain 1. So let's do this together. So we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're going to go 4th chain from the hook, and you're just going to go right into there and you're going to double crochet and then chain 1, and you're going to keep doing that all the way around. So just going into there for a double crochet and then chain 1. So you want a total of 12 of these posts going all the way around. So 1, 2, 3. So the straggler is going to be coming around, so just bury it underneath the center point of that as you go. So just going in, just leave it on top of the middle and then that'll get stuck. So double crochet, chain 1. So let me start counting now. So I've just done a chain 1. So we're going to count the posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do 6, chain 1, 7, chain 1, 8, just like that, and chain 1, 9, chain 1, 10, chain 1, and then we want to do 11. My yarn ball is kind of tangled in behind the scenes here. I'm trying to deny it all I can, but I'm not sure I'm doing that very well right now. Okay, so I got, let's just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So chain 1, double crochet one last time, but before you finish off make sure you chain 1, and then you are going to then just join it to the top, sorry, to the third one of the first one that you started with. Okay, so this is the third chain up, and then that'll keep everything nice and organized for you. So just just fasten this off. We're gonna be burying all the yarn tails this time, so you don't need to do an invisible join. We've been doing that throughout the series, but this particular round you don't need to do that at this moment. So please just finish this off and then we'll continue on to round number 2. So let's begin your next round. You're just gonna create a loop, not a slip knot or anything, and you're just gonna separate these posts. So you're just gonna go right in between the gap. Okay, so you're not going into a stitch, so just go right into a gap, and then you're going to chain 1 and then put in 2 single crochets into the same gapping space that you just did. So 1 and 2. But we're not quite done there. We're gonna do a front post single crochet around this post, which is the next one. So just coming around and just do that, and this is gonna create some texture. So come into the next post, or sorry, next space that you see right here, and put in 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, and then go around the next post, front post single crochet. Okay, so please do that all the way around for 2 single crochets in a space, and then single crochet around the front post that you have. Please do that, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm coming up all the way around. Don't forget I still have a space to finish off, so put in 2 there, and then you still have your front post treble, or front post single crochet to do, and then you're just going to join it to the first one of the 2 single crochets like you see here. So you can see there's a bit of texture going on here. It's really quite fabulous. Weave in your ends, and let's begin round number 3 together. So in round number 3 we're going to play within the front post single crochets that you had created all the way around. So what I want you to do is that stick your hook in behind the front post single crochet of any one of them, it can be any one, and just pull through. And what I want you to do is that I want you to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, and then around the same one I want you to put 2 more double crochets. This time leave the straggler down on top of it, and then that'll get it stuck underneath. and then you'll be good to get rid of that later. So this is gonna be like the twisted one that we just did in the series before this. So this here working on the same post, when you go to turn it, it's gonna look twisted. So we're gonna leave that and we're gonna move to our next one. That's the front post single crochet. So just wrap the hook and then just go front post single crochet 3 times. So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so jump to the next one and please do this all the way around for round number 3. Okay, when you come all the way back around, you've gone around every one of the posts. You can really see the texture is happening now, and then you're just going to join it to the top of the first chain 3 that you had started with, and then just weave in your ends, and let's begin round number 4 together. So let's do round number 4 next. So let's begin your next one. So you're going to start off with, and you're gonna pick any one of the group of 3 double crochets. Okay, just start on the first side and you're going to pull up a loop, and this is a single crochet round, so this is just an easy one. Let the straggler fall. You're gonna bury it as you go. Chain up 1 and do 1 single crochet into each one of the stitches. Okay, so 1, you don't really need to count it, but there is a total of 3. And now in the space between these, you're just gonna place 1 single crochet into that space. So it's not really a stitch at all. Okay, so then the first one of the group of 3, just 1, 2 and 3, and then just go right into the space for the 4th one and begin to do that all over again. Please do that all the way around for round number 4. So I'm coming up all the way back around. I'm just going 1 single crochet into every stitch. Don't forget that we started off in the first group of the 3 here, so we have to finish off by going into a gap space before joining it then to the first one. Just weave in your ends and let's begin the next round, round number 5. So using the same color that you started with in the second round, so here it happened to be green, I want to use that same color. It matters. So we have the 3 groups, so we have the groups of 3 that you see here. The middle one here is going to be linked down to this green one here. It's gonna overcover some of this here. It's gonna create the layering effect. So what I want you to do is that the middle one here we're going to ignore, and I want you to count 3 back from that. So 1, 2 and 3, and that is your starting one right where we're gonna go. So using the same color green, it will work out. Watch. So you're going to just chain 1 and single crochet into the same one, and you're going to single crochet in the next 2. So 1 and 2, and that puts you right back over top of that one that is over top. So you're going to do a front post treble around the same green one. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, so you just have to be conscientious. So wrap the hook twice and then coming into the green, okay, and then just wrap the yarn and pull through 2, 2 and 2. So you're creating a spoke look just like you see. So you're going to skip that stitch that you see that is part of that one in behind, and then just move to the next one. So 1, 2 and 3, and then the next one is jumping down to the next one. So wrap the hook twice and going into the green. So this is pulling that green to be jumping up and part of the projects, and just it's a front post treble. Okay, so that's part of that stitch in behind, so just advance to the next one. So 1, 2 and 3, and then you're going to advance. Okay, front post treble, and then back up. That's part of that one, so move to the next. Please do that all the way around for this round. Okay, so if you're keeping an eye on the stitches, when we started with the first one of 3 and then jump down, so the very last stitch that we do is going to be a front post treble, and then that's it for this round. So then fasten off and then start your next color, and we'll move on to the next round from this point. Okay, let's start round number 6. Just grab your yarn, just make a loop and attach it to any one of the stitches on the outside. Doesn't matter which one it is.
it's really quite an easy. It's just gonna be one single crochet. We're just gonna stabilize this pattern by just throwing in a single crochet round. So chain one single crochet, just bury in the yarn strand as you go and just apply one single crochet in each stitch all the way around, maybe at the end of this round, and then we're gonna fasten off, and then we're gonna begin really the more complex work that you see in the pattern if you haven't already thought this is complex enough. When you get all the way back around, just slip stitch to the very beginning, fasten off, and then meet me back here in just a moment and we'll begin more stuff. So let's begin the next round. The next round is gonna be jumping dip back down, and it's called the modified double crochet because two double crochets are gonna be working together in order to reach over to here and here at the exact same time. So we're gonna be doing that from this stitch that appears up from this raised piece. So we want to ignore that stitch. So what we have to do is that we are going to be using that as the modified double crochet. So that means that we are just going to leave that to last. So just advance to the next one. And let's just get ourselves started first. And we're gonna chain one, and we're going to single crochet in this stitch and in the next two stitches. 1 and 2. And look where you are. See, if you look here, this next one is right above. So now we're going to do the modified double front post double crochet. So you're just going to wrap the hook just one time, and you're going to come down to the one that is jumping up over top, and you're just gonna go around the front section, okay, of that. It may take a little bit of time to do it. Okay, so you're around the front and then pull through and pull through two and hold it. Okay, so don't go anywhere, and then I want you just to wrap the hook and extend to the other one that is on the other side of this ridge, and this is gonna reach on over. Pull through two and hold it, and then pull through all three loops. So that is the equivalent of that middle one that is right in the middle. So you want to just skip it and then just single crochet into the next three. So 1, 2 and 3, and now we're gonna do a modified. So the modified is gonna go to the one that already exists. So wrap, you're gonna come up to this one over here, pull through two, and then wrap, and then go to the next one that's on the other side of this ridge. So essentially as you're going all the way around, you're just backtracking into one, and this will create the up and down motion, and then pull through all of them, and then come back. You're gonna skip the one on there, and then you're going to single crochet in the next three. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you can see that it's coming down. So just review again. So wrap, you're coming into the front post, okay, and then wrap, come to the next one. It's a little tight, but that's the whole point of this whole thing. So pull through and pull through two, and then that is that one in the back. So just jump to the next one and single crochet 3 times. Please do that all the way around for this round. So as you come all the way around, then the last stitch here is going to be joining the first last one that you just did is the modified, and then it's gonna jump over and grab the first one that was already joined when you first started, and then just pull it together and then just join it to the beginning like so. So now you want to fasten off this color because this color is going to carry up later to make the nice big beautiful spikes, but you have to get rid of this color or you'll lose the effect of doing so. So change your color out and let's begin the next round. So let's begin. We want to start on the top of a modified front post double crochet. So just start in there, and then we're going to join it. Get the straggler in front of me. We're gonna do a double crochet round. We're gonna chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and in the same stitch you want to double crochet one more time. Just like that. So now every stitch around is gonna have one single crochet if it's not a modified, and in the modified it'll have 2. So that means that there's gonna be a total of 3 double crochets in a row. So just keep that straggler down. So 1, 2 and 3, and then the next one is the modified, just like you see, put 2 into that one. So 1 and 2. Okay, so let's review. So the next 3 in a row are each gonna be 1 double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, and then the next one here is the modified, so it'll have 2. Please do that all the way around for this round. So as you come all the way back around, you're just going to join to the top of the beginning, and we're gonna get rid of this color. We're gonna reintroduce that red back in because the red is gonna jump down and grab these other two to create the spikes that go outward. So let's grab our red again, or whatever color you decided, and let's begin to do that next. If this is not sitting down completely flat at this moment, don't worry about it. It will sit down flat by the time you get around to the end of this. Okay, so let's continue along. I'll see you at the next round. So let's begin. So we want to be able to follow these stitches going all the way up, and so see the one that is just here. Okay, so there's two groups, or there's two stitches. We're gonna concentrate on the second one. So no matter which one you're looking at, just concentrate on the second one. So I want you to start in the one right after it. It doesn't matter which one all the way around, but just go right after it. So just the one that's sitting by itself, and just join it with that same color so that you can pull it up and it makes it look good. So we're gonna chain up 1, and we're going to single crochet into this one. Okay, so let's count those out until we get to this one right here. This is the one that we want to play. So we're gonna go 1, and we're gonna 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like you see. So we just did 5 there, but what we're going to do, this is kind of unique, is that we're going to do a front post treble around both of the modified at the same time. So we're gonna wrap the hook twice, going into the modified on both sides. So grab into 1 and 2, pull through 2, 2, and 2. So the front post treble here does not count as equaling a stitch behind, just so you're aware, so that it grows out equally. So advance to the next stitch that's available to you. So let's count these out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then that's the one that we're going to concentrate on going all the way down. Okay, so just front post treble, so wrap twice, going in behind both of them, and this will pull them together, and then pull through 2, 2, and 2, and continue with the very next stitch for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then front post treble down. Please do that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round. When you're coming all the way back around, you're just gonna finish it off because I just counted my 5, but make sure you go down and grab that last modified front post trebles down here, and then just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet, and then fasten off. And we got one more round to do, and you can see that the spikes now have come out. You see a lot of layers going on in here, and we have one more round to do to finish. Okay, it's time to finish off. So what I want you to do is just grab your yarn, and I want you to grab the middle one of the group of 5. So just, if you can't see it here because it's in the way, just move it out, and you're going to see the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Grab the middle ones, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to pull that up, and I want you to chain a total of 3. Counts as a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and I want you to place 5 more double crochets into that, so it's a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now see this one right here, this is the front post treble. I want you to go into that one and do a front post single crochet. Don't pull up on it like we have in the last series. Just do a front post single crochet as normal. That'll create a nice scallop look. So then just advance to the third one in, so you can either count it back for 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. You're going to put in 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then front post treble around, or front post single crochet around the treble, just like you see. So advance over, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So third one in, either side, it doesn't matter, and it's 6 double crochets, and I want you to do that all the way around, and then that's gonna be a conclusion for today's tutorial. So then just once you get your 6, just front post
single crochet around the treble. I'll see you at the end of this round. So now just finishing up, coming all the way back around and just doing my last scallop here. It's 6 double crochets into the same one, and just remember that we still have to finish off with coming down into this treble with a front post single crochet, and now you're just going to join it. So what I would do is do the hidden join. If you haven't done that throughout the whole series, I don't think we've done it on this one yet. So just pull up through, and this is called a hidden join or a seamless join. Invisibles. I can't even get my names right. So I want to just put that here on a darning needle, and I just want to feed it through the top of the first chain 3, and I want to pull it in, and I want to jump down into where it started. So we have tutorials available on this. We've been doing it throughout the whole series up until this one. I felt in this one, because I didn't do it, I felt that most of everything that we did can be buried in really quite easily, and so I didn't feel like it needed to be done on this one. But again, that's your call. You are the creator of your own destiny, I guess, and whatever suits your fancy is all good by me. So just weaving in and out 3 times, that's it. End of story. So this is the end of this. This is the Crossroads Mandala. If it's leaning up like so, it just needs to be wet blocked in order to have it completely sit down, and it's really quite neat, and it's gonna be amazing. So you've seen that as we worked away, so if we look backward in time, we did this one, and then we did even going back even further. So you see we were getting more and more complex as we went, just like you see here. Isn't that neat? So we've been progressing all through everything, and these are the 6 mandalas that I designed on a beautiful Saturday afternoon back at home not so long ago. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends at yarnspirations.com. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.